want to talk today about how we can find ways to be present while also attending with our hearts and our minds all that is potentially calling our attention out in the world that is either pressing or simply distracting or important. How we navigate between paying attention to all of that and really staying grounded in our bodies in a way that is sustainable and enjoyable. So it's been kind of a while now that many people I know try to avoid casual how are yous. The world feels too messy, too intense, and too painful, really, for many of us to have a simple answer to that question. And even if we do feel truly joyful or content in the moment, sometimes sharing that can also feel sensitive, just knowing that others around us may be suffering. I've heard some good creative alternatives like, what's bringing you joy these days? How is such and such specific thing going in your life? Or it's so nice to see you. What's coming to my mind today, perhaps more as a query than a greeting, is how here are you today? How here are you? With so many pulls on our attention and so much compelling and sometimes distressing information and stimulus available to us at all times, we often depart from the present moment in ways that actually create more distress. This is obviously not a new concept, but lately I've been very curious about the physiological experience of this all too common departure from present moment reality. When we, for example, are sitting at our kitchen table with the sun streaming in and a nice warm breakfast in front of us, and a horrible story about fill in the blank pops up on our social feed. And suddenly, some part of us, to different extents, perhaps for different people or moments, is there in that story, in that place, in that danger, that horror, and in our reactions and feelings about it. That is a very complex moment. The way I see it, our nervous systems are partially mapping themselves onto a very real time and place that happens to not actually be where we are at the breakfast table. We are, in a sense, time and space traveling in our imaginations, and our bodies express that in very tangible ways. Whether or not we are aware of it in the moment, tension may be building in our chest and our throat. Our gut might express some disgust. Our breathing or heart rate might quicken. It's actually kind of remarkable that our body minds can travel through time and space in this way and imagine ourselves into a different reality than the one we are currently physically experiencing. It's part of what allows us to have empathy, to feel connected to the larger body of humanity and the earth, to pray, energetically care for, or be motivated to take physical action on behalf of our neighbors. There is a power to this imaginal grafting of our nervous systems, but also projecting our imaginations, and with them, our subtle body experience onto something not here, challenges us in a very primal way. We need to feel a sense of here, the weight of our body on the ground where we are, in order to feel okay on a basic level. And not only that, but we need to feel here in order to be able to reach out to any other there. And I don't just mean this metaphorically. Try reaching for a cup on the counter while purposely destabilizing your feet, and you'll see what I mean. How here we are in this moment has everything to do with how effective we can be out there. And of course, how much well being we can experience within our own bodies and lives. But we can often go so many hours, days, and more without realizing that we're not so here, not so connected to the physical reality where we reside, not experiencing the simple pleasures ready to nourish us right here, and also not aware of the alarm bells that might be calling out inside our bodies. So, how do we skillfully manage the incredible human capacity and tendency we have to empathically travel through time and space while also tending our animal bodies that thrive on sensing the ground beneath us and the air that touches our skin? It's a dance, for sure. But perhaps you could start with the question, how here am I in this moment? And then perhaps notice how your body is expressing stress or pleasure or anything else right now. And it doesn't have to be a long practice. You could try with me right now. You could take a breath and see if you can drop your weight into the ground or your chair just a bit more. Look around the room where you are and notice just a few things that feel beautiful to you. Notice what changes in your breathing, in your energy, your inner movement or your impulses to move. And when you're ready, or when something beyond this room just happens to grab your attention again, maybe you can bring a little bit of that newfound sense of connection with yourself and with the ground with you. Or you can just invite a little bit of more awareness of what's going on inside you as you read or watch about something far away. If you're with me end of October listening to this and you'd like to explore this work more with me, I'll actually be offering a workshop about managing our attention and supporting our physical and emotional well-being as we weave between present moment reality and whatever else calls our attention next Tuesday in honor of Election Day as part of our embodied living community, which you can read all about on my website, leefogel.com. Just click on community. And you'll find information about our monthly workshops. And you can join us for the one next Tuesday on November 4th from 11 to 12:30 Eastern. And you can stay with us as a community and continue on for other workshops and have input into what we learn and explore together. Fully up to you. Come for one or come for them all. Happy Halloween, and I hope you enjoy something inside or around you today. Bye for now.